The Wild Rose Retreat Center is on a gravel road just west of Busby, Montana, on the Northern Cheyenne Reservation. April Martin is its director.
We wanted something that would be beneficial and it would have a kitchen in it that people could use if they wanted to do cottage businesses. And so we looked at different designs and the prices. This is, like in 2000, and prices were high, but they weren't crazy high like they are now. And we ended up settling for a double wide, and we had it wired specifically for wind and solar panels. And then we added a greenhouse onto it. And so now it also works as a shelter if we have a bad storm and people lose their electricity. We have off and on, older folks on the community who are on oxygen. And so if they lose power, they don't have oxygen. And so then they can come up here. And it's been utilized that a couple times. We had a big fire a few years ago. They were trying to decide if they're going to evacuate lame deer. And so ladies who were familiar with the place said, "What are you guys doing?" And I said, "Well, we're just sitting up here." And they said, "We're going to come up." So we had kind of a fire watch party to see what was going to happen. And it's a safe place for people.
A dozen women gathered there in September to watch a 90-minute webinar, Share a Meal and Ideas, sponsored by the Rural Assembly Everywhere.
Our theme this year is A Bigger Pie, Cultivating Abundance in a Time of Scarcity. For many of us personally and as communities, this is an incredibly turbulent time to exist. Access to resources, which has always been challenging, now seems ever-changing and impossible to rely on. In times like this, it is easy to sink into a scarcity mindset. There is only so much to go around, and if you get it, that means I don't. And while that is sometimes reality, I believe that living within that mindset is harmful to the underlying roots of our community work. Can we push against that mentality to find creative ways to work together and find win-win solutions that build relationships, connectedness, and trust?
It's a project of the Daily Yonder and the Center for Rural Strategies. Here's Ilana Newman and Sarah Malat.
This year, the Rural Assembly wanted to do something that had an in-person component that was accessible to everybody, meaning like you don't have to fly in from all corners of the rural U.S.
This year, there were 5 communities that had in-person events and then several more that just had watch parties. And then have some really good conversations afterwards. And we shared a meal, and it was just a way for the community to come together and learn about issues and stories that are happening in other rural places and kind of find similarities and differences and become inspired by some of the things that are happening across the country in rural communities.
We're here to learn about food sovereignty, keeping food, how do we have healthier soils, healthy animals, how do we feed the people of the world, and just learn from each other. I love it.
From Northern Cheyenne Homelands, I'm Shirley Snavy for ICT.